What's up, delivery fam? Welcome to another Life of UDM vlog. Now in this vlog, I'll be revealing to you what new car that I just bought. It's not the newest, but it's newer than the one I had. But stay tuned. Now, before I get started, if you have not done so already, I need you to do me a favor and hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family because nobody else will understand what you go through except another driver just like you. Okay, so for all the newbies, let me first say this. I have been doing full-time gig work since 2017, and I've been driving a 2008 Honda Civic Si. It's not the best on gas, but it was my first vehicle that I bought off the lot. And I didn't even have a kid yet when I first bought it. So I ended up getting into full-time gig work with that car, and I made it work for me. And it had about 243 to 244,000 miles before this last breakdown happened. When my Honda Civic Si was brand new in 2008, 2009, which is when I bought it, it was giving me 21 miles per gallon in the city. So it burned a lot of gas. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. It was supposed to be a car that I bought to put on a track. I'm into racing. And after having kids, I realized that my car wasn't the best for a family. So when it started giving me problems, I said, all right, if I ever get another vehicle, it has to be better and bigger than this vehicle because this one is not working for the family. It works for me, but not the family. I wanted my kids to be very comfortable while they're riding in my vehicle. And one major flaw of that Honda Civic was even if I had all the windows up and I cranked up the AC, there was no AC vents in the back. And my kids, even with the AC on its highest, the kids would still be sweating. So I would have to ride with the windows down instead of riding with the AC on. So whenever we would make a plan to go out as a family, we would have to take Mrs. UDM's vehicle because it was more comfortable and a lot bigger than my vehicle, which was the Honda Civic Si. So after my car broke down for the last time, I was supposed to take it to the shop, but I said, you know what, UDM, it's time for an upgrade. Then Mrs. UDM was giving me that look on her face like, another breakdown. You need a better car. You need a better car. She wasn't saying it, but I could see it all over her face. So I said, you know what? It's time for an upgrade so I don't have to hear Mrs. UDM's mouth if it breaks down again. So I began shopping, and the very first vehicle that I started to look at was the Prius, right? It's great on gas. You know, it's perfect for the work that I do. Oh my gosh. But then it hit me. It's just gonna be another car, and your kids are probably gonna complain about the back seat again. So, nope, had to scratch it off the list. Then I looked at the Hyundai Kona, and I was like, it's an SUV, but it looks very small on the inside. And I'm like, that looks like it's gonna be very uncomfortable back there. No, scratch it off the list. Then I looked at the Toyota RAV4. It was perfect back there. It had vents back there. The trunk space was awesome, but it was only 22 city miles per gallon. That's just a little bit better than a brand new 2008 Honda Civic Si. No, I could not do it. I could not do it. So with that said, let me now show you what vehicle I decided to get. So I'm gonna step out here. I'm gonna point the camera down, close the door so y'all can't see anything, and reveal. Yep, this is the Honda. Let me go to the back so y'all can see it, but I can't show y'all my tag. The Honda CR-V. Yep, this is the Honda CR-V. I've never had anything this color. Any vehicle that I've ever had in my past has always been red. And you know, this felt like me stepping out of the box. But anyway, it has the trunk. Oh my gosh, I'll show y'all the trunk in a minute, but it came tinted, and this is it, y'all. The Honda CRV. And what attracted me the most was the fact that it gets 28 city. Yes, 28 city. It's not the best. I know some SUVs you can get like 30 plus city, and especially with the Prius getting like 50 miles per gallon in the city or whatever it is. It's still better. It gives me more space for the family, and on top of that, I can take larger orders with dispatch, which means more money. Yes, good on gas, more space means more money, and enough space for the family. First thing I want to show y'all is the trunk. All right, I love this trunk. It's big enough to put 2 catering bags. I could put just about anything back here, and it has this little flap that, you know, for privacy reasons, yeah, it's cool, you know, but this is not really a thing that made me buy it. But anyway, it's still a good thing to have. But this trunk is big enough for me to put both my Grubhub catering bags. If I get one from DoorDash, let's say I end up on DoorDash Drive, I could put my big catering bags back here. And what about a day that I decide to take the kids to the beach or something? We can literally set up, put all our coolers and all our drinks and all our food back here, and I have the trunk up, you know what I'm saying? It could be like a little shade spot, you know what I'm saying? Like it just works out perfectly for me. Now I know some may ask, what about the back seats? Can you put them down? Yeah, I can. And it's as easy as pulling on this right here. Boom. There you go. That's one. And here's the second one. Boom. And then it goes down. That one's going down real slow motion. Slow motion for me. This next feature about this trunk really wowed me, even if it's a very simple feature, but it wowed me because sometimes you have, say, pizza boxes or certain things that need to be flat as possible in the trunk. And let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this thing right here with this little flap right here, it's at an angle going down, highest to lowest. But if I have anything that needs to be flat, completely flat, all I gotta do is just pull on this and literally, boom. Now you have this space, and this is where it was before. I love this. You know, if I have pizza boxes or anything that's like catering pans or whatever that needs to be as flat as possible, this will be how I will keep them flat as possible. I love this. And right underneath it is my spare tire and everything else I need to change it. Some SUVs, the spare tire would be underneath here, which I'm not a big fan of because you got to wind it down and all that extra stuff. And I'm just like, man, listen, let me just open up this latch, whatever you want to call it, take my tire out, put on a new one, and boom, 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 boom. I'm good to go. Now let me show y'all the back seat. All right, let's put this up. Let me show y'all how big. I'm 6'1", all right? And I still got a whole lot of wiggle room back here. I don't know if y'all can see me or not, but yo, I got a whole lot of room. I could do whatever and just stretch my legs. I could do all kinds of stuff back here. Obviously, this is me sideways, but my driver's seat, I pushed it back and so I could have space up front. But I'm telling you, there's so much space in between here, and I'm sitting comfortably. If someone else were to be driving, I would be super comfortable back here. I can't even lie. I'm not just selling it to y'all. I'm serious. I'm 6 feet 1 inch, all right? As it says on my ID, as my doctor took, all right? I'm 230 pounds, okay? I'm a big dude. I'm not small at all, okay? And for me to sit comfortably back here, that says a lot. And it's not the biggest of the biggest SUVs that Honda made. Now let's say this upright position was a little bit uncomfortable for me. They gave me an option to tilt this seat back on both sides. And all I would have to do is pull this little lever right here and then push back, and then boom. I got a little pimpish ride in the back seat, you know what I'm saying? And as I mentioned earlier, one of the more important things for me with my kids being back here was the AC vents. Boom, okay? And on top of that, when they have their tablets, if it's going dead, all that he gotta do is just plug it in right here. One for each kid. Now, one of the things about food delivery that makes things a little bit more difficult is when they order a lot of drinks and we don't have enough cup holders to hold those drinks. But guess what? This one has 8 cup holders. Let me count them with you right now. Cup holder 1, y'all see that in there, all right? Cup holder 2, cup holder 3 and 4, right? For smaller drinks. Cup holder 5 and 6, right? And cup holder 7, right up in the door panel right there. And cup holder 8. I know that last cup holder, y'all couldn't see it too well, but y'all get the picture. So, let's now go to the front. Now, I'm not gonna go into all the features that this car provides. This ain't no car review channel. This is a gig app channel, okay? So y'all know by the infotainment center, the buttons and all that extra stuff. Just know that one thing I forgot to mention, it's keyless. It's a keyless entry. So I could actually remote start this. I'll show y'all in a minute, but I could do a lot of things with this car that I couldn't do with my Honda Civic. And I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's clean. It's easy. It has Apple CarPlay. Y'all know I have my iPhone right here. It's already plugged up. Bluetooth. The mic, I'm hearing that the mic sounds really good. I haven't had anyone talk to me through my phone inside of my vehicle, so I don't know how good the mic quality is, but it's awesome. Now, I said I wasn't gonna show y'all all this stuff on the inside, like the infotainment center and all that extra stuff, but one major thing that I love about this, especially coming from a manual car, meaning like a stick shift, I had to be pushing the clutch. Right now, as you see, there's no clutch and all that. Yeah, I need to tie my shoe before anybody say it. But anyway, it's just my brake pedal and my gas pedal, no clutch, right? The biggest thing I love about this is this thing right here, brake hold. This is how the brake hold works. I push it, turn it on, and if I am driving and then I come to a complete stop, I can remove my foot from the brake pedal. I don't have to hold the brake pedal. It will hold the brakes for me. And then all I have to do is if I want to start going again, just push the accelerator. That is it. I'm gonna say it again. Turn on brake hold, drive like normal, get to a stoplight, come to a complete stop, and take my foot off the brake pedal. It won't move, y'all. And if I want to accelerate again, push the gas pedal. So I could ride, come to a complete stop, and I'll be good to go. My leg ain't gonna be cramped up. I could chill, I could do whatever I want to, put my leg up and just be like whatever up in here until it's time to go again. I love that. As a person that was driving a car that had a clutch, that I constantly had to be pushing the clutch, especially in traffic, clutch, shift gear, high gear, low gear, clutch, brake, gas, clutch, brake, gas. The constant switching, you talking, my legs, listen, I could probably kick a football out of the stadium. That's how strong they are right now. And now it's time to show y'all this remote start. This thing is off the chisane. Okay, the first thing that they said, for this to work, this remote start, I have to make sure the vehicle is locked, right? And then I gotta hold this button for a couple of seconds, and then I let it go. And the car is now running. Now, here's the thing. When I enter, it still says, it's like the car isn't on, all right? If I wanna start the car, I now have to push the button and it's gonna turn red. See how it says, to start driving, brake plus push, right? So now I have to push the brake and then push this. And now the car and everything is cutting on, right? Remote start, baby. And just in case I did not mention it at the very beginning, this is a 2018 Honda CR-V EX. And even though I had a lot of fun with my Honda Civic Si, that car was just for me. It wasn't for my family. But this CR-V is for my family. And family should always come first. So if you enjoyed this partial review, whatever you want to call it, make sure you squeeze the life out of that like button. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces!